Well, if you've ever wondered whether your grandparents' vintage stereo has value, or if you maybe were thinking about upgrading from an old secondhand chair, you might want to visit Canadian Modern at the Royal BC Museum first, or an exhibit showing off Canada's contributions to modern design.
Canadian Modern is a show that we brought in from the ROM from Toronto. It features a lot of Canadian design, industrial furniture, fashion, jewelry. Modern design typically refers to eras sort of post-World War II up to mid-70s. Clean lines, accentuating the materials and the processes used to make certain things. If it's plywood, it's plywood. A lot of raw aluminum. Canadian design in that era was actually one of the leaders at the time. Canada was big into making planes and other things for the war, so they used those materials and processes to make furniture, homewares. So in our collection, we were able to find some really cool pieces. These Melmac plates that I think almost every Canadian of a certain era used at some point. One of the real gems that we managed to find in the warehouse was the Electrohome TV from the 58, I believe. Beautiful design. Designers such as Peter Cotton, who started in Vancouver, eventually moved over to Victoria. The springback chair by Peter Cotton, that's probably one of his most iconic pieces. We borrowed that from a local collector. In the 12 years I've worked here, this is probably like the most personal connection I've had to a show. A lot of these pieces for me I studied in my history classes. I was very excited when I saw that one of the kettles on display was coming, this one right here. Studied it in industrial design. It was actually a headlamp originally from a Buick, and I have one down in my office. And I got it at a garage sale a few years ago for $3. People should come down because they're going to see a lot of things that a lot of people will find nostalgic, but at the same time realize, oh, that stereo my grandmother had, or that chair used to be in her dining room, and then you realize, oh, that's actually a really iconic piece of design.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.